Hey guys, what's up? Welcome into You Just Made the List.
That's right.
I am Roger. That is Ryan. This is our post-Christmas episode.
It's the end of the year list for us.
Yeah, we got some end of the year stuff going.
I think all the big pay-per-views and stuff are over. Mm-hmm. So if any matches sneak past us, it's the 26th. So
yeah.
Got a few days to get a match of the year in, but we're gonna miss it.
I'm sure you read the thumbnail or the description, but we are doing the top 10 matches of 2018. Our favorite 10 matches.
Yeah, these are our favorite.
Now, some of these we do have the same matches. I don't know that any of them were in the same place. Maybe a couple here and there. We might get lucky. We don't talk about the list before we do them, so these are going to be our top 10 matches. Now, you guys probably seen most of these matches, so this is going to be a longer list, so we're not going to talk about the matches as much as we usually go into detail with the other lists.
That's true.
So we're just going to go through our top 10s, and you guys let us know in the little eye above Ryan's head, whose list do you think is better? Who do you think has the better top 10 matches of 2018? And my God, there were a lot of good matches this year.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed I left some off that I wanted on there.
Yeah, it was hard to fit them all, man.
Yeah.
2017, I felt like I could have fit a lot of matches, but
2018 was a good year.
Yeah, it was a good year. So
started off. You want to go first?
You started off, dude. You go first.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
And like, you know, when I was making this list, it was really just because like throughout the year, like when I see something really great, I mark it down so I don't forget it because I know we're going to do these lists and I want to talk about it and stuff. So like after I went through of all the lists of 2018 that I wrote down, I then went through and how much could I remember from each one and stuff like that. And kind of the ones that I remember the most out of, I guess kind of that stuck with me the most are the ones that I put on this list. So with that being said.
All right. Number 10, dude.
I got Ricochet versus Adam Cole at TakeOver Brooklyn 4.
Ooh, that was a good match.
That was great. I loved it. You know, it was a good North American title one. It was just good stuff.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was a really fun match. A lot of TakeOver matches are probably going to crack this list.
TakeOver's got
probably
arguably the best
dude.
pay-per-views in the business.
I'm gonna start with one that is my number 10 is a main roster match.
Nice.
On WWE. Ooh, we had a light flicker. Number 10 for me is Becky versus Charlotte.
Charlotte.
That's what I get for reading, dude. I'm not a good reader. Becky versus Charlotte in a last woman standing match at Evolution.
That was a good one.
That match kicked ass, and it really showed. It was like kind of it was the best finisher for Evolution, really.
For like as a main event.
Yeah.
Prove that they could stand up there and
yeah, they really showed that the women have what it takes, and that whole pay-per-view felt great. I really loved it.
Oh yeah, the pay-per-view was amazing.
Yeah, it kicked ass. I don't remember, were they the main event? Yeah, they were the main event. Ronda was not the main event.
No. They were, and
rightfully so.
We were all bummed because it was so good, and Crown Jewel, which got most of the promotion, was so damn bad.
Yeah, it was horrible. Guess what? There are no Crown Jewel matches on these lists.
Yeah. I don't even remember what happened.
Best in the world, baby.
That's about the only thing because I get constantly reminded every Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right.
My
number 9 is actually a main roster match and recent. AJ versus Daniel Bryan, their TLC match from just a week or so ago.
Yeah.
It was freaking great.
I really liked that match, man. It was well paced.
Oh yeah.
It was very technical, and I know you don't like the Paul smackage, but I felt like it fit right in there.
Yeah, that was really the only thing I thought the ending was a little bit like, I wish he would have tapped AJ out.
So if it were a more decisive ending, would it be higher on your list?
It would be a lot higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great match. My number 9 is also Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles at TLC.
It's just good, man.
Yeah, I love that match. I thought it was great.
Two of the best wrestlers there are, so
yeah,
of course they're going to put on a great match.
Pay-per-view really delivered whenever,
I usually loved it. It's one of the other in-between pay-per-views I think is solid that they should keep around.
Yeah, but I think it delivered pretty high over some of the major... I think it delivered over Survivor Series for sure.
You liked it more than Survivor Series?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always tough to like measure them with those big ones because those big ones are actually 2 hours longer or something, right? Those big ones are like 6 hours long.
Yeah, but it's like a 2-hour pre-show or some shit like that. Yeah. It's kind of boring.
But yeah, both great ones. You ready for my 8?
Number 8, dude, what do you got?
Number 8. And this one is higher up on your list, but this one's mine. Velveteen Dream versus Tommaso Ciampa, TakeOver War Games 2. freaking amazing match.
Yeah. I almost, it was hard. For a while, I thought that was going to be my favorite match of the year, and I really struggled.
I wonder if
it did not make my number one. I won't tell you guys what number it made, but if you do a little bit of deduction, I'm sure you can figure it out. I loved this match, and I thought it was my favorite. It ended up, I think I loved one match.
There was
maybe a couple matches more. I just gave away.
Here's the thing about this match too: is going into it, we predicted it and stuff, and neither one of us, I don't think, picked Dream.
No, we didn't.
But we both knew Ciampa was going to win. But throughout this match, so much of me was thinking, are they going to really let Dream win this?
Yeah.
They're going to let Dream win this. Like, I was so convinced.
They swerved everybody.
He was going to get it.
You could see the people in the stadium, dude, coming alive for that match. And I think that added so much more. Plus, you had that excellent moment where Ciampa takes the pad of papers and just hucks him at Morrow.
Yeah.
For calling the match.
I don't know. I was like, what? I don't know what happened there.
He was essentially telling the crowd and everybody watching that Dream can't win the match if Ciampa's outside of the ring.
Yeah.
And he was saying it loudly, and Ciampa looked at him like you're in such an ass, and just hucked these papers at him. It's great, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's great.
That match was great.
My number 8 is Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega in the no DQ match at Wrestle Kingdom 12. Yeah. Now this was one of the very first things that we talked on the channel. We moved straight into Rapid Kick Media and doing WrestleForever.
Yeah.
And this was like our first WrestleForever video other than our introduction. And
is this Chris Jericho's first 5-star match ever?
I don't know if it's his first 5-star match ever. I think it is.
I feel like it is.
And it's pretty incredible him coming into 2018, and I think a lot of people were skeptical whether or not that match was good, and a lot of people thought that Kenny was going to carry the match the whole way. Jericho showed up, man, and it was a great freaking match. I was pumped for it. I watched it. It delivered.
For 40, he's like 47. He can still get it.
That match was incredible.
He proved a lot. He proved a lot for that match.
So, I think that's definitely my number 8. What you got for 7, dude?
7 is where I have Charlotte versus Becky at Evolution. Charizard versus Becky at Evolution. Last Woman Standing was mine. Again, just show that they could compete on the same level as the guys and put on better quality matches in a lot of ways. Their last Woman Standing was, all around like as good as, AJ and Shinsuke had some great ones. They just couldn't get the ending right. And this one got it full the whole way through, ending and all. They nailed it. So,
they have a key factor that AJ and Shinsuke didn't, and that's testicles.
Yes. They didn't get the low blows in. Sometime I hope that someone gives the man a low blow.
Oh yeah. One of them punts, one of them C punts. What do they call that? All right, man. My number 7 is actually another women's match. Becky versus Charlotte versus Asuka at TLC 2018.
One, yeah, that one. They went all out for that one,
dude. This one. So I said earlier that 10 was my Becky versus Charlotte, and I think match wise that was probably a better match.
You're right.
However, this match, it was the first women's TLC. It main evented the pay-per-view. They made it feel special. And these Asuka and Charlotte and Becky went out there and they delivered a hell of a match. And it was so hard-hitting. And it was one of the best TLC matches I've seen since we started watching wrestling again.
Yeah.
And I freaking loved that match. It was just the gimmick and the whole feel of it. That's what put it over the Evolution match for me.
Right.
And,
it was good.
And it had a great moment. Asuka won. And we had stories furthering with Ronda.
Yeah.
And just it was a package of everything that was just, it was written so well.
Yeah.
Everything came really together so well. And that's what puts it so high for me.
Absolutely.
What do you got for 6, dude?
Oh, yeah. 6.
Oh, did you have something else to say about that match?
No, it was just, it was probably like out of the TLC, I remember 2 matches from that one and this one.
Okay.
Those are the 2 I remember the most from that pay-per-view, so it's got to be really good. So my number 6 is actually just from an NXT taping.
Just
Mustache Mountain versus Undisputed Era. So to set this up, Mustache Mountain won the belts off of Undisputed in England when they were promoting the UK stuff. So this was the rematch, if you will, on NXT TV, and it delivered.
Yeah, it was
like
a damn good match.
Crazy. I think they worked Trent Seven. They worked his leg forever, and he was just like writhing in pain. And Tyler Bates like stuck on the edge. They never let him get to his corner, like with a towel, like wanted to throw it in. He's begging him, don't throw it in. He finally caves and throws it in, and they lose their belts trying to save his friend's knee, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was so well done psychologically and just in-ring stuff. I mean, it was pretty flawless.
Yeah, it was a very good match. I almost put a TV match on mine. I almost put that Iron Man, not the Iron Man match, the Gauntlet match, on Raw.
That was a good one too.
But it didn't quite break any of these other matches, so I couldn't put it up there. But
yeah,
another excellent match.
Give me your 6.
Number 6, I have Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks, a Strong Style Evolved.
Strong Style Evolved.
Now that match was freaking awesome.
It was a good match.
Your number 6 had a lot of story in it, and that was the same with this one. There's a ton of story in there.
Oh yeah,
where it was Matt Jackson, I believe, it was his back.
Yeah, well, he's been like playing up that back injury for a little bit, but yeah, and this was just a thing building because I think at that time they were still building towards, is Kenny even our friend anymore?
Yeah,
sort of thing.
So it's like, does he respect us? You know, he's off with Coda right now. He kind of turned his back on the Bullet Club. Cody was stirring the pot left and right.
Yeah,
there was so much great stuff going into that match, and boy, did it freaking deliver. There were spots everywhere like you would expect with the Young Bucks and Coda and Kenny. And you got I don't know if it was the first Golden Trigger or not, but it's the first memorable time that I remember seeing, and it was just so great. And Matt was begging for the One-Winged Angel.
He was begging to finish him off.
Yeah.
So, and he did.
Yep. And it was a great match, man.
Yeah.
It was such a great match.
It was good.
What's your number 5, dude?
My number 5.
Moving in the top half here.
Yeah, we got here we go.
We're trucking.
My top 5 here, breaking it. Ospreay versus Skrull at Sakura Genesis.
Ooh, this is a cringer, dude.
This one, the reason why it ends up cracking the 5 is because I remember so much from this match.
Yeah.
This match made my neck and head hurt just watching it. There's so many head stomps, and there's that bad Spanish fly botch on the apron that cuts Ospreay's head open that made you go, ooh.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
He was bleeding bad.
Yeah, he was bleeding bad. I don't know. This match was fantastic.
Yep.
It was a great really
match.
Good. It was really good.
My number 5 is another kind of historic match for the women. I feel like the women definitely they did a lot this year, man. They really killed it this year.
They broke a lot of ground this year.
Yeah, and my number 5 is the women's Royal Rumble match from the Royal Rumble this year.
Asuka's coming in main roster hot.
Yep, she came in. She fizzled. They picked her back up to the end, but
she fizzled at Mania.
Yeah,
I guess I should say.
Well, I feel like they could have still done her well after Mania. They just didn't.
Yeah, they did. They paid her off at the end.
Yeah,
at the end
but
of the
at the end of the year, she really picked back up. But this match, Asuka won. But there were tons of legends, and the legends, you could tell that they were all super stoked to be there.
Oh yeah,
to finally get some of the thank you and the I guess really what they deserved, man. And there were a lot of great legend spots, but the young roster too coming in and working with all of them, you could just tell that it was a great feeling in that ring. It was really fun for us to watch at home. I imagine the fans and stuff there, they were going crazy. The whole Rumble was paced super well.
Did that one main event too?
Yes, it was the main event, and that was when Ronda had her debut.
That's right. Yeah, Ronda came out at the very end.
Yeah, but God, that match was it was tons of fun. It was just exciting. Like the Royal Rumbles are always some of the most exciting matches of the year.
I always love them. They're always fun.
And I was pumped about this year's Rumble for the men, and it delivered as well. But I was super pumped about this one because it was a first time. They did it right, and it was just a great moment in wrestling history, and that's why I brought it so high on the list. I quite enjoyed that match.
It was a good one. My number 4, Kota Ibushi versus Kenny Omega, G1 Climax. It was good. And, it's just like, of course, those two are both amazing. So, of course, they're going to put on a great match together. But it's also just like, they're friends, they're tag partners, they're going to have to do battle, classic. And they definitely brought it.
Yeah, they did. That was an excellent match.
Loved it.
Yep. My number 4 is Okada versus Omega in their 2 out of 3 falls match at Dominion.
Controversy on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Roger's gonna get
I
heat.
think that was Meltz's highest rated match of the year.
It's probably a lot of people's highest rated.
Yeah, probably. And it's my number 4, man.
And it's Roger's number 4.
It's my number 4. Now, I think it was a damn near perfect match. And I loved that freaking match. And it was great seeing Kenny finally getting that title.
Yep.
That arguably they should have put on him a while back.
They waited, and I guess it paid off.
It paid off. We got a bunch of good matches out of it.
That match is like a lot of Kenny and Okada matches is over an hour long or at an hour long, and those two can go for a full hour, no problem.
And they definitely delivered in this match, dude. And it felt like a big freaking fight. And dude, it was the first half of it dominated most of it, and then by the last half, the final third.
Yeah.
They were really showing the fatigue or whatever, but they were still spot after spot after spot. The match was amazing, and it is my number 4. It could go higher, but man, there were just some matches that I liked more. Personally, I liked more, and maybe the people watching will think that, hey, Roger did like some good matches and some honesty. I'm going to vote for his list.
There you go. All right, my number 3. Here we go. Gargano versus Almas, Takeover Philly. This is the beginning of the year. This was like January 27th or something. It was amazing.
Dude, I freaking loved that match.
This was a match where I was convinced they were going to let Gargano get that belt finally. I think that everybody was convinced.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was going to get that belt.
There was a lot of stuff built into it with the throwing of the DIY shirts and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Gargano was coming off of his losing streak. He was picking his heat back up, man. He had that, he was that ultimate baby face.
Yeah.
And Almas was just putting on freaking match after match. Now, this was after he kept losing. And he didn't care about losing.
Right.
It was just tranquilo for him. And then Vega straightened him up. And he was just putting on match after match after match.
Oh, yeah.
God, I freaking love this match. Did it make my list? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
What's
see.
your number 3?
My number 3 is Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano at TakeOver War Games 2.
That one's freaking awesome.
Ooh, man, Gargano was killing it this year, wasn't he?
You know what? Like, one of my favorite things from that match, which... It actually didn't make my list only because Gargano is like one of those people you could throw on this list a lot because he had a big 2018. But I think one of my favorite things from that is the Black Mass passed out into his chest. Do you remember that? He like kind of
it was the finish of the match.
The finish of the match.
The double spinning, Black Mass.
Got him, and he was like basically out on his feet, like leaned up against Aleister Black, and he got one more. And that was awesome.
And they were slapping them thighs hard, dude.
Yeah.
That match just felt stiff, man.
Oh, yeah. That was
the whole time I was like, ooh. I was pumped through that whole match. I freaking loved it.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
And yeah, so that's my number 3. What is your number 2, dude? We're in the top 2 here.
Top 2. Gargano versus Ciampa TakeOver New Orleans. All 3 of their matches were good. I'm picking this first one, the unsanctioned match from New Orleans, because it was the first time it's been leading towards DIY's breakup. Ciampa's injured forever. He's, it's so much story built into this match with Gargano versus Ciampa, and it delivered. Everybody was pumped about it. It did not let anybody down.
Yeah, there were a bunch of crazy spots on here too.
Oh yeah, all 3 of their matches, they pretty much
they felt big, and they delivered each time. Those guys, they can't do any wrong, man.
Nope, they're good.
Except for when Gargano did some wrong, dude, and he betrayed Aleister Black, and
that's right.
Led to a feud. It was my number 3 match of the year.
Yes.
But my number 2 match of the year is Velveteen Dream versus Tommaso Ciampa.
Yep. So that one was my number 8. It's your number 2.
Yep, my number 2 is Dream versus Ciampa. I freaking loved that match. It was such an old school match.
Oh, it was very, yeah.
And they just did it so well. And I mean, I know we talked about it a little bit with, the stack of papers being thrown and everything, but the whole match, dude, it just got it clicked and resonated within me so damn well that I thought it was my favorite match of the year. I had to actually go back and watch my number 1 match and this match to decide once and for all of 2018 which one I liked better.
Yeah.
And that'll be my number 1. But dude, give me your number 1 first.
This will be no shocker. It's Okada versus Omega Dominion.
Cheat.
2 out of 3.
Cheat.
He thinks it's cheap. It was just super solid. I mean, it's hard to
get part of the hive mind, dude.
The guy is
vote gouging biatch.
Bruh, he's the best bout machine.
No, this was an excellent match.
It was good.
There's no way that it couldn't be on a top 10 list. If it's not on a top 10 list for this year, then you on that stuff, dude.
Yeah.
You on that stuff.
You on that stupid stuff. What's your number 1?
My number 1, dude. Number 1 favorite match of the year. Best match, in my opinion.
Okay.
Almas versus Gargano TakeOver Philadelphia.
So my number 3 is your number 1.
Yep.
That match is freaking solid.
Dude, I've said before, and I mean the Dream and Ciampa match made me feel this way too.
Yeah.
Is if my anxiety starts getting bad in a match, that's how I know that it's a good match.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm so damn invested that I'm making myself sick watching this match. And this match was near fall after near fall after near fall. Story, everything built into it. They were killing each other in that match. Then Almas finally gets the hammerlock DDT.
Yep.
Pins him 1, 2, 3. Crowd goes crazy for Gargano though. He put on, he opened the year with this match, dude.
Yeah, that was his first 5-star of the year. He later went on to have, I think, 2 or 3.
Yep.
So, I mean, props to him. He had a good year, and I mean, people know that ending, dude.
Yeah, and
he got a standing ovation.
He's going out with Candace, and then bam, Ciampa returns, smashes him in the back with the crutch. Yep. You get the creepy wave.
Yep. You do.
My God, dude.
Setting up for that unsanctioned match.
Yeah. It was the ultimate setup to one of the best feuds of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And I freaking love that match. Like, I never forgot that match for this whole year. And watching it again, I was sweating again watching. That was the difference. That was the tiebreaker between Dream and Ciampa and this match. Is that I was watching it, I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
I can barely handle this. It's so good.
Yeah.
But those are our lists. Those are our top 10 matches of 2018. You guys know what to do. Be sure to click that little eye above Ryan's head. It's probably just an eye right now. It expanded earlier, but you can vote on whose list was better.
That's right.
And if you want to go with the Hive Mind list with the Okada and Omega as number 1, you can pick that. But I mean, if you want to go with the list that has a match on there, but it's also got a lot, of other better matches.
The better matches.
You vote for this list right here. So, guys, take it easy. Happy New Year to everybody. Merry late Christmas to everybody.
Yeah. We got new stuff for next year. We're going to tell you about it. Yeah. Probably beginning next year, we'll start unleashing all the new stuff we're going to be doing for the year.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that.
It's going to be fun.
Follow us on Twitter. Give us a subscribe. Rapid Kick Media.
Yep.
Follow us on Twitch because we're going to be doing a lot more on Twitch this year. Get early to that.
Yep. I'll put the link in the description below. All that is going to be in the description below.
Give us your comments. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah, you just made the list.
Bye-bye.